welcome to This Day. It is Saturday, October 18th. I'm Michael Taylor, and you know it's a Saturday because I'm right here at the desk for you. I wouldn't be. It's warm outside. It's a nice day. Why would I come in here? I do it for you guys. I want to be here. I want to bring you the show. I want to entertain. That's what we do here. And speaking of entertainment and a good show, we've got a good one for you. Let's talk about it. It's an entertainment kind of day. We're going to be talking to Band X. Actually, Bree's going to be talking to folks from Band X. Bill Hebermill and James Kruk are going to be here talking to her. And then I get to talk to Mr. Comedy himself from the Comedy Club, Phil Chait. We're going to be talking about a show they got coming up. He's going to be MC, and they got a really good headliner from Vegas that's going to be there. So we'll look forward to that one. And the dates are coming up on that pretty quick here, too. All right, folks, let's stay informed. We got some important stuff to talk to you about. Don't feed coyotes. I feel like I really shouldn't have to say this out loud, but don't feed coyotes. Don't feed any wildlife. I know it's like if there's a deer in your neighborhood or a raccoon or something like that, might be a fun thing to do, but coyotes are very dangerous. They are predators. They follow prey. They find them. When they get into your area, they snatch up cats. They snatch up dogs. It's really a big deal. So don't ever feed any wild animals. If you see them in the area and they're a nuisance, make sure you report them immediately to the city. Their phone numbers are there on the screen. It's their non-emergency number if you feel like there's maybe an attack and things like that going on. So make sure you are not feeding them and call it in when you see the coyotes in the neighborhood. All right, let's move on to the weather forecast. It's some beautiful temperatures for the rest of the weekend. And then Monday, a slight chance of showers. We're going to push the temperatures down into the mid-70s, but then we head right back up into the 80s. It's almost like spring. We're just starting, getting close to, we're in the middle of fall, getting close to winter, and it starting to feel like spring again out here. All right, well, that's one of the benefits of living in Southern California. Let's take a look at our sunrise, sunset while we're at it. And a beautiful shot here from Santo de Compostela in Spain. I would not know this was Spain if I didn't know that. It's just a beautiful sunset. Spain gets the best sunsets. Linda Rogers, thank you very much for sending us that picture. Sunrise this morning was 6:58. Sunset tonight is going to be 6:13. You don't have to go all the way to Spain to send us a picture. You can do it from right here. If you'd like to send us a picture, we'd love to see it. Email us your pictures. Laguna Woods Village TV is the email address. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we would love to use it in our sunrise sunset segment. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Bree's going to be here with the folks from Band X. Stay with us.
Welcome to Royalty Flooring Design, your trusted flooring experts, now serving in Laguna Woods Village. Add a touch of royalty to your home with our high-quality flooring, engineered hardwoods, luxury vinyl, tile, carpet, and more. Visit our stunning Corona Del Mar showroom for everything you need at unbeatable prices. As a family-run business, we pride ourselves on quality, integrity, and transparency. Call today for your free in-home consultation.
Welcome back to the show, everyone. Elvis and Electras are in the house with Band X. I welcome Bill Hemberger and James Kruk.
How you
Elvis
doing?
to the show. Hi, gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm great.
Can you sing some Elvis tunes for us?
I can't say that I know any of them, but I'm sure somebody else will do that for us.
He will.
He will. Well, we'll get a video clip of him performing in just a little bit, but I'd like to get a little bit of information about Band X Live Music Club.
Sherry Showalter and I started this a couple of years ago to help promote Band X within the village. And we just decided about a year ago, let's start bringing in some other acts, like we've done a couple times this year, jazz on Sunday afternoons with Moki Lund. And then she saw Elvis and the Electras. She said, "Oh, that would be cool here in the village." So that's how we got in touch with these guys. And it's a Las Vegas style show. I don't think people have ever seen anything like this show here in the village. It's really going to be good. So that's we looked at that and said, yeah, let's do this. Let's bring in E.
Well, that's exciting. What do you think about this experience so far? I mean, just being in the village and the community, getting to know people in the area?
I've been hired solo to do different events at the village. So I've been to Laguna Woods probably over the years, maybe the last 8 years. So I know quite a few of the clubs. So hopefully they'll all come out and visit with me again. But I love it here. You know, it's always warm, gracious hospitality,
Right.
and always a great crowd and enthusiastic, and they love to dance. So I love that.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. I'm sure they're excited for your next performance, which is coming up at the Pack on November 8th.
That's right.
Elvis and the Electras.
It's a highly unique show.
Well, what can you give us a sneak peek? What can audiences expect?
Exactly. Besides just being a straightforward Vegas era glitz and glam Elvis show, we have 3 extremely talented female singers that will do backup singing, but it's like the equivalent of having, you know, a diva like, you know, Dolly Parton or Aretha Franklin singing with you, but they're singing backup. So you get a more immersive Elvis experience, like you would be seeing him, because he had the Sweet Inspirations, which were 3 very talented women. One of them happened to be Whitney Houston's mom, sang
right?
for Elvis. She had to stop going on tour when little baby Whitney was born, 1972. Anyway, it's just bigger, better, and for the gentlemen, not only are these women talented, they're also gorgeous. So it's not like, so the guys might feel awkward with I'm gyrating on there, but now they have a reason to be like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go see Elvis, honey. You know,
You got a little bit of something for everyone.
yeah, and I think that's what when we built this show, and you also, each one of them has an opportunity. They're going to have a star turn and show to kind of juxtapose in a nice way, a kind of competition against the, you know, the machismo Elvis of the 70s
right.
versus
Is it like a battle of the bands?
a little
Balance it
bit, but
out.
it's all kind of
In fun.
yeah,
Well,
I mean,
why don't we take a look? Let's
Beautiful.
watch our video clip and we'll find out.
all right.
Said I'm going away, baby, and I want back to the ball. Going away, baby. Ain't nothing but a hound dog crying on the track. You ain't nothing but a hound dog crying on the track. You ain't never put a weather, then you ain't no friend. You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. Devil in disguise. Oh. Although it's always crowded, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry, baby. I've been so lonely, baby, incredibly lonely. I've been so lonely, I could die.
Wow, that was incredible to watch. Lots of visuals
Oh, yeah.
in that production.
And when you come to the end of the show, you'll be able to sing Elvis tunes.
Is that right?
That's right. You'll at least know 1 or 2.
I'll probably jog my memory a little bit.
Of course, it definitely will.
Absolutely. I mean, his songs stand the test of times, right?
Certainly. I mean,
yeah.
well, just I can make a living performing as Elvis, and not a lot of artists do
Have that
keep going. You know,
longevity.
Elvis and Marilyn, but you'd be hard pressed to be John Wayne with this younger generation. They wouldn't know who someone like that was. You know,
That's true.
But you know, I do a lot of events with other impersonators, and it's interesting to see who's hangs in there, like Lucy and Marilyn and Elvis.
Interesting. Yeah. That was sort of the golden age, wasn't
Kind
it?
of, I think so. I think also if you have an iconic look, it's
True.
easier to hang in there. Like
Absolutely.
Marilyn, obviously, you know, the big blonde
Elvis.
hair, Elvis,
Yes.
the pompadour, and
Yes,
lids.
very much so. How did you first come to know this character within that you have?
Well, I liked the style first. Like I didn't grow up listening to Elvis. I'm a little too young. But
You started with the Monkees.
I kind of like the Monkees was my first love as a band, but I was just a performer as like an entertainer, and I luckily, real quick, I happened to be sitting next to, watching a play, sitting next to what happened to be the casting director, and I used to I had the sideburns in my regular life, I had nice hair, and she kept staring at me, and it turned out I was watching this play that had Elvis in the play, and she said, "Hey, we ought to replace Elvis. Are you an actor by any chance?" So this all happened, synchronicity. It was just...
Interesting. What age
And I got the
were you
part.
then?
This was in 1998, so a while ago. But I had auditioned for the author of this play, which was Steve Martin, who was a comedian. And, in the 90s, he was still hugely famous, but they flew me down from San Francisco, and they're like, "Oh, you have to meet the playwright." And I auditioned for him, was nervous as heck, but he was super nice. And I played Elvis for 2 years, and that's how I kind of built up the character. I had to do it right away because it was this national tour, so I had to
Was
become
it
Elvis.
difficult to learn the movements and the songs and the combination and, because it's a whole package?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd say the songs are the hardest, and you have to practice. Well, I practice almost every day, before every show. When I'm driving, I do a lot of backing tracks. I'll sing along with them on the way there, just so I know the flow. Sure. And I think that's why I stay working, is because I don't ever take it lightly. And I practice. I think practice, kids.
You have to.
If you're
right.
a musician, you have to keep
practice.
alive and keep
Especially
moving forward, even if you're doing the same thing over and over, and you have to make it alive every time.
If you're playing all the time, you have to practice, because you'll get up on stage and, I forgot to practice. Feel it. It's like, oops.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
you feel uneasy.
Yeah, you
Really?
have to.
A little bit, yeah.
So even though you can probably do this in your sleep,
Correct.
and you know every word by heart, you know every note, every
Still mess 'em up,
movement.
though.
Still mess up.
As a drummer, I have to just keep loose, because I'll start to play, and we get into songs, and I didn't practice this week, just because your body can't move. The older you get, so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you have to practice, like you said. And the serious players always practice.
How long do you think you're going to continue this? Because this is truly something that you can stay with.
I mean, I
hold on to for years.
A few
to
years
come.
ago, I was like, well, I'm done. But I always say another 5 years, as long as the phone keeps ringing, and God bless it,
And you're still
keeps
having
ringing.
fun with it.
I mean, I've branched out. I do Johnny Cash too now, but Elvis is still more popular.
Bill, are you going to bring Johnny Cash in soon?
Maybe
I don't
one
know.
day.
We'll look at that. We'll look at that. You got a band behind Johnny
I
Cash
do.
too?
I
Right,
do.
cool. Yes.
So you could just book him for a year, and he can
All
come
right.
as a
Well, I
different
mean,
person
that's
every
what I'm
month.
saying. You keep another
Sit.
product out there, and it kept me interested in music.
You got any Elton John in you?
No, he plays piano too
Piano.
well for me.
But that's what we did with the Band X, the live music club. We started to look at these different. We started with jazz, and we saw Elvis and the Electras. Now we know about Johnny Cash.
Well, there you go.
All right.
But I mean, we're gonna say. I mean, really, November 8th. It's gonna be really. I mean, it's big, exciting
Yeah.
Yes.
show.
Yes.
Really exciting,
Yes.
fun.
No, I'm sure it'll be a sold-out performance. You're probably going to have to come back for an encore performance.
I will. Or come back for Band
you
X.
did that with Moki Lund, right? She came back 2 or 3
She
times.
keeps coming back, and well, there's just more performances coming up with Moki. That's
I know.
it.
Well, get ready. All right, let's give our viewers the details one more time. Elvis and the Electras performing Saturday, November 8th. Doors open at 7 p.m. Tell us about the bars, food, drink.
Well, normally at the pack, there's the bars in the front, and it's a performance, so there's not going to be food really. It's just
Okay.
more of it's like you're going to a play.
So
you're
come
going
after
to a
dinner?
show. Yes, come after dinner.
Or we'll,
Okay.
we'll all get dinner after if
Yeah,
you don't.
well, yeah.
There's that too.
Yeah.
All right, you two, you're having too much fun. James Crook,
We are.
Elvis, Bill, thank
Rock
you
and
for
roll.
joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're the devil in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. Devil in disguise. Oh. Although it's always crying, you still can find some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry, baby. I've been so lonely, baby, incredibly lonely. I've been so lonely, I could die.
There's been a huge amount of progress in all areas of cancer research generally over the last 20, 30 years. Unbelievable progress. Still not there. Still lots to do. No matter what cancer you have, we're working on it at Hoag. It's not a pie in the sky hope. It's a real hope. I'm still right there in the trenches as a treating oncologist and as a cancer scientist as well. I want to be part of conquering cancer.
Before we get to the Thanksgiving wishbone, we're going to get to your funny bone right now. And I want to welcome from the Comedy Club, Phil Chait. Thanks for joining us.
Nice to see you again.
So you have an event coming up here. You got one of your comedy clubs, and you're going to be the MC of the event.
Yeah, one of the privileges of being president is I get to open up with 10 minutes of jokes.
You
So, as I
get to
said-
book yourself.
so I have to do it. I'm the one that opens up for the, even though a lot of times we have 2 acts,
Right.
so we actually have 3 for that night, but I open up the first 10 minutes, so it's a full night. I mean, as I tell people, for the $10 admission that they pay, you get coffee, you get cake, and you get about an hour and a half of laughs. In fact, our last couple of shows have been so successful. So the acts got, not me, the acts got standing ovations after the show.
Wow.
So it's been very successful.
And this one's coming up Thursday, October 23rd. It's over
Yes.
at Clubhouse 5, and you have Ken Block. And I want to, before you tell me about him, I want to take a real quick look at a clip from him doing his show.
Okay.
Good morning, children. You know, learning can be fun.
I tell you, it ain't easy being me, you know.
Wow. Good morning, children. You know, learning can be fun.
I tell you, it ain't easy being me, you know. Like my kid. My kid goes to a tough school. One day the teacher said, "What comes after a sentence?" My kid said, "Parole."
I tell you why I'm upset, Jerry. I tell you why I'm upset.
George! Why aren't you gonna report it? You gotta report it! Report it! Oh, yeah!
That was a great clip of Ken. Tell me about how you found him.
He actually contacted me, and then I did some research on him. And the comedian we had last month, Wendy Lehman, actually, their parents know each other really well, so they kind of grew up with each other. She also gave me a high recommendation on him.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked him up. We spoke a while, and then seeing his clips was amazing. Like you just saw a brief
Mm-hmm.
clip of him. He does an unbelievable Rodney Dangerfield.
Right.
He does all the actors, from Seinfeld.
Right.
He does All in the Family. He does politicians. He does singers. Does Roy Orbison and all the rest. He's actors like Christopher Walken. So he has over like 100 different voices he does.
Right, he does his shows out in Vegas usually, right? So he's like,
Oh,
he
yeah.
packs the house out there.
Oh yeah, and his act. Usually our acts, the main acts are like 45 minutes. He's doing 90-minute act.
Wow.
I said to him, all right, well, I said, so he's going to do a 90-minute act. I only get to do 10 minutes in the beginning, but he does 90 minutes. And it's just nonstop. It's a nonstop show. It has visuals. It has everything. He doesn't have a big backing band like he does in Vegas. We can't afford that. But we have a backing track for him and videos behind him. So as I said, it's going to be a full-on show.
Sounds like it's going to be a fun night. So when you do this, when you first started deciding you wanted to do a little comedy, you want to try this thing, where do you get your material? What do you think about? How do you come up with like, hey, this could be something?
I do a lot, go all over the place hearing everything. I mean, very few comics jokes are original, and I'm not going to tell everyone I don't write those jokes. The only thing I do to the jokes is I edit them.
Okay.
In other words, I try to change them to more demographically Laguna Woods, like an older couple, an older gentleman, rather than a young teenager and stuff. So they can relate more to that. So that's basically what I do is I take some of the jokes and I just move them around and change the wording and so on, whatever else. But there's just so many sources of it, etc. So I try not to take anything from any mainstream comics because everyone heard that. So I go for the real obscure stuff.
Okay.
And I found that most of the jokes that I do tell, very few people have ever heard it before, which is the perfect way of doing it. So I mean, yeah, but it's fun, and I didn't realize when I took the job that was part of it, to do an opening, whatever. But I love it, so I don't mind doing it.
There you go. It's kind of a fun way to, and it's really kind of like, I would imagine that if you get up there and the jokes are hitting, the people are laughing, that's got to feel, I mean, they're enjoying it, but you probably really enjoy that too.
And in fact, Fritz Coleman, in the middle of the show, he didn't know, he was a little incorrect. When he walked on the stage, he goes, "Oh my God, I feel honored to follow Henny Youngman." and he said, and he wanted me to open on the road for him because I'm older than him. I had to tell Fritz, actually, I'm not older than he is, but anyway, that's besides the point. But that was a very high compliment from him. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And the one thing is, I'll say, we're trying to get some big names here, and some of the comedians that have been here already basically have told people they know, some of the bigger names out there, that this is such a great audience to work for, because our audiences are all into it. They're all into laughter, into separateness. I mean, they're into it. They're a great audience, and most of the comedians that have been here have told me that. In fact, Fritz Coleman, after his last appearance, called me right afterwards and said, "I want to come back twice next year."
Oh, wow, okay.
So, I mean, that's how much they enjoy being here. I mean, and trust me, we're not paying them thousands and thousands of dollars.
It's not for the paycheck.
Now we charge people $10 admission, we're not. So, but the point is that they just like playing for our audience, and they enjoy it so much. And we have big audiences. I mean, the average audience is like 350 people. Fritz did over 500. So, I mean, they're big audiences, but just the way they interact with them, they love it. So they like coming here.
Okay. Have you done comedy before? Is something that you just kind of discovered along the way? When did you start?
Me?
Yeah.
I tried 50 years ago, way
really?
back when, and I lived in New York at the time. And but those were the days of Saturday Night Live just starting with Eddie Murphy and all those guys. And I said, I'm going into a different field. I said, because I wasn't anywhere near their class or whatever else. So I did it for, at college open mic nights and stuff.
Right,
fun, but
right.
it never was going to be a profession.
And those are tough crowds. The New York crowds, they'll give it to you.
Well, I won't say some of the comments that they say when you're up on stage, but it's not that a boy. So we'll put it that way. So,
There was not a lot of pat on the backs.
They use different words in New York too to express their feelings towards you. So no, we won't use that one.
So you had an early retirement from comedy, but you made a comeback.
Yeah, well, yeah. As I said, I had no idea when I asked for this job, but I mean, it's just been the club is great, as I said, and the value for your money for $10 is a great deal out there. I'm really surprised more people don't try to get in because, again, you get to laugh for an hour and a half and get fed.
Yeah.
And it's $10, but there's no membership. So it's just pay at the door when you come in, and that's basically it.
There you go. Now, you talked about the Fritz Coleman show. What the other shows you had recently have been pretty good, right?
Well, last month we had Monica Piper and Wendy Liebman, both very highly acclaimed comedians, and they did great. They had a great show. And then we've had Brian Scheel and Brian Con. A lot of these people are in the industry. They're television writers and this and that. Most of them have won awards. Almost every one of them have been on all the late night shows. So I mean, it's just they're very well known. They're not just picked. They're very well known.
It's pretty high caliber folks coming in.
Yeah, and again, we don't pay them a lot, but they want to come here because they enjoy being here and they enjoy the audience. So for them, it's just a good gig to have.
And are you planning out, like you have November and other stuff?
November we had a cancellation of one of our people, so I'm looking for new ones. But next year it's probably going to be more the same roster we had this year. Brian Schell, Brian Con, but we are going to add a few surprises in there. But I don't want to tell anybody. But we have pretty much blocked out where I'm going to do it. Again, Fritz twice, so I know that's 2 months I'm going to be gone. And
Double
then we'll get there. I'm not going to turn him down when he draws 500 people a night. I'm not turning him down. So as I said, but we'll have other people there. But a lot of the same comedians, but different acts. Everyone always says, "Oh, I saw him last year." And I said, "Yes, you saw him last year, but he's doing a different act. You're not going to remember what he did from last year."
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be all different. And that's one thing I tell them. I say, just please, just change the material from the last time you were here. And they do. So it's a really good experience.
And for Ken, when you saw him do his stuff and you've seen that, it's kind of like a cool flashback in terms of almost like seeing these people they're Rodney Dangerfield, and you have all the memories of his jokes and his comedy too, and so you're kind of getting a double for your money.
It's not just the voice; he actually does pretty funny bits. So it's not just a joke. But I'll tell you, he does an amazing. All the actors from Seinfeld, George and Jerry and all that stuff, and there's Dangerfield, and Jackie Mason. He does a fantastic Jackie Mason and Roy Orbison. So as I said, people shouldn't miss this show. I'll just say they should not miss this show. This is going to be a different one than we've had before, and it's going to be a long 90-minute show. So
yeah,
you're going to get
be
plenty
prepared.
of entertainment. Yeah, plenty of entertainment for it.
All right, so that one's coming up Thursday, October 23rd, over at Clubhouse 5. It's going to be going $10 at the door, and go in there and enjoy a good night of comedy. Phil Chait from the Comedy Club, thanks so much for joining us today.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
At City of Hope, we're not just keeping pace with the latest in cancer research, we're leading the way. More than 2,000 cancer experts working as one to better every breakthrough, accelerate every innovation. With the most cancer-focused clinical trials in California, we're transforming discoveries into treatments at unprecedented speed. Because your future can't wait. And at City of Hope, it doesn't have to.
What would it feel like to hear better? Many people are trapped in the isolation of poor hearing and don't realize it. Even people that are wearing other hearing aids. No buttons to push or technology to fear. Artificial intelligence and these products do all the work. Don't settle for less. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
You've got mail. Computing isn't what it used to be. And the future? It's evolving faster than ever. At the Laguna Woods PC Club, we're committed to keeping you ahead of the curve. Our state-of-the-art workshop boasts over 30 computers, scanners, and printers. Our dynamic seminars, led by experienced volunteers, cover the latest trends in computing. Embrace the future of computing with us. The Laguna Woods PC Club.
If you're wondering what to watch when this show's off the air, well, we got a great movie for you to watch. It's called Julie and Julia, and it's going to be our movie for Saturday. It's brought to us by Advanced Ear Care, and it is going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. Julia Powell, a young blogger, is determined to emulate Julia Child's cooking techniques. She actually goes through her whole cookbook in this series, in this movie. Though separated by time, the two women share a common passion for food that intertwines their lives. It's kind of a cool back and forth between Julia Child's ascension into kind of fame and Julia's blog that gets really popular by the end. So fun movie for everybody to watch here on Saturday. Hope you guys enjoy that one. And if you're not going to enjoy the movie, enjoy the weather. We got some great temperatures for the rest of the weekend. You're saying to yourself, Michael, what's it going to be like? I'm going to tell you what it's going to be like. It's going to be in the 80s this weekend. Then on Monday, get the umbrellas handy. We had that rain earlier this week. We got it coming back maybe again for Monday. Not as powerful a storm, this one. In fact, it might not even bring us showers, but right now we're still saying possibility of showers on Monday. There you go. All right, speaking of Monday on the program, we're going to be talking long-term insurance with LTCR and the Yacht Club. I did not know that we had a yacht club here in Laguna Woods. I'm going to watch that interview very closely. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. I'm Michael Taylor. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.
Forsaken.